Good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, May 8th, 2020, and today we get to learn about Australia. The world is round. The world is made of land and water. A large piece of land is called a continent. North America, South America, two close lands, Africa and Asia, Europe and Australia, Antarctica. Let's fly around the world to see what we can see. The people of the earth are beautiful to me. Let's open up our ears and learn something today. We're going to go to a place where children laugh and play. So here is our map. We have gone to North America, South America, two close lands, Africa and Asia, Europe and Australia. Australia is that continent down there. It is also known as Oceania. Oceania covers the islands surrounding Australia as well. And so you may hear that term. Our songs still sing Australia. Inside my bag, I have been working hard on my continents. I hope you have been too. We have North America, South America, Africa, Asia, Europe, and today we will do Australia. Australia does not have many countries in it. It is a small continent, as we showed, and look, not very many pieces. So when you're doing that puzzle map for Australia, there aren't that many pieces to put in. We have Western Australia, Northern Territory, Queensland, South Australia, New South Wales, Victoria, Tasmania, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea. That is Australia. Australia is known, in many cases, you probably know about Australia a lot for its animals. Marsupials live in Australia, and we talk about them a lot. Kangaroos and other marsupials. Now they are not in my brain. A marsupial that we have that lives in North America is an opossum, but kangaroos are a very popular animal that live in Australia, and there's other ones that I know we've talked about. So here's our cultural folder for Australia. There's also some beautiful ocean animals that live in Australia. This is a picture on the island of Nauru. Local children play Aussie rules football. So they're playing football with Aussie rules, and so it's Australian rules. A special way to play football. This is in New Guinea, Oceania, or in Australia, and it is a tree kangaroo. So look at that. That's a smaller kangaroo than some of the ones we're used to seeing. This is a picture that's taken in Sydney, Australia, and it's a young girl in Darling Harbour. Look at that beautiful dress. What do you suppose she's thinking about? And I noticed that the flag is flying. She's wearing a hat. It looks like a warm day. Oh, this is one of my favorite pictures. This is in Papua New Guinea. It is bubble-tipped anemone. Can you say that? Anemone. And a clownfish. Clownfish and anemone have a symbiotic relationship, so they each do something for each other. Clownfish live among the anemone, and it protects them. This is a picture from New Zealand. Neighbors greet each other with a traditional hangi. It is a greeting done by pressing one's nose to another person's, similar to a handshake in American culture. So this is probably not a greeting that they're doing right now when we are working to keep our germs to ourselves. But this is a greeting that they do where they press their nose with someone else's nose. A hongi. Here's a boy in Kiribati in the Gilbert Islands. A Gilbertese boy holds his dozing pig. See that pig? He looks pretty happy about that. This is in Australia, and it is a whale shark. It is among all of the fish. I hear Gizmo starting to get a little, I don't know, he has his toy and he's thinking it's playtime. Is it playtime right now? No, right now is video time. So Gizmo may bark a little bit, but hopefully not. What do you see in this picture? Look at those kangaroos, and they are on a golf course. A herd of cautious kangaroos on alert for whizzing golf balls at the 9th hole of the Angalisia Golf Club. Have you ever seen kangaroos on a golf course before? I have not. This is in New Zealand, and it's Cathedral Cove, and it looks like she's on a hammock resting, and she has some magazines, and her shoes are down there, just enjoying the ocean. This is an Australian sea lion. Sorry, trying to keep the glare. An Australian sea lion. Look at this house. That house is up on stilts in the Solomon Islands. And that's their home. That's probably for in case there's a hurricane or something, so the inside of their house doesn't get wet. So it's up on stilts. That is the Sydney Opera House in Australia, and there are fireworks over the Sydney Opera House. That was taken during the Olympics, when the Olympics were in Sydney, Australia. And here's a picture of a Southern Highlands man in a traditional headdress. And he's watching something. He has a woolly hat on. So those are some photos of Australia, or Oceania. We have our book here, Who Says a Dog Goes Bow Wow? And we have learned about a dog and a mouse and a pig and a turkey and a rooster and a cow and a lamb and a cat and a monkey. Today we have a crow. How does a crow cry? In English, a crow says caw, caw. In Lithuanian, kva, kva. French, croak, croak. In Japanese, ka, ka. Indonesian, kuk, kuk. Chinese, gua, gua. Korean, gak, gak. In Thai and Serbo-Croatian, ga, ga. And in Polish, Dutch, Swedish, Finnish, and Greek, kra, kra. So that's 5 languages. It says kra, kra in 5 languages. How about a bee? How does a bee sound? Well, in English, a bee says buzz or buzz. And that's English and Dutch, Italian, Greek, and French. Buzz. In Polish and Indonesian, a bee says zzz. In Japanese, a bee says boon, boon. In Chinese, a bee says weng, weng. In Thai, huang, huang. Ooh, huang, huang. That's a fun one. In Finnish, sir. In Swedish, sor, sor. And in Russian, zzz, zzz. So we say bzz, bzz. In Russian, it's zzz, zzz with a d at the beginning. And we'll do one more. How does a cricket sound, Gizmo? No. In English and Lithuanian, a cricket says chirp, chirp. Hold on just a second. In Finnish and Swedish and Dutch, a cricket says zur zur. In French, Italian, and Greek, cree cree. In Thai, jeed jeed. And in Chinese, GG. We have just a couple more pages. We'll finish this book next week. Celebrating. Do we celebrate things in our culture? We absolutely do. We celebrate birthdays and holidays and accomplishments. So many things that we can celebrate. In North Korea, children celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Workers' Party. So this is in North Korea, that first picture. They're celebrating an anniversary. And here, people in Taiwan celebrate with a parade. See that parade? Do you celebrate when you do something great? This girl in Portland, Oregon celebrates winning a ribbon in a local parade. So she was in a parade and she won a ribbon. You can celebrate winter. You can celebrate spring. So here, winter snows in Alaska make children smile. And this girl, no, that's a boy in Georgia, a country in southeastern Europe, celebrates the coming of spring. So look, he's wearing flowers and a vine. It's kind of like how we celebrate May, when May comes. Celebrate a trip to the park or a visit from the king. When something special happens, you get a new hairdo. How many of you get your hair cut? Maybe for school picture day or for the first day of school, or often people get their hair cut before Christmas or another special holiday. This is a girl in Mali in West Africa. She wears a new hairdo for a special day. She has a big smile on her face. Put on your best outfit. Do something you never thought you'd do. Get on someone's shoulders when a parade goes through town, or join the marchers and wave a flag around. So here, they're marching and waving a flag. Here they're watching on somebody's shoulders. When the day seems special, bang a drum or dance a dance. This is in Canada. A girl is learning to play the drums. And here, a girl in Laos dances a traditional dance to wish people well. She has some special clothing on. Run a race, take a chance. In Côte d'Ivoire, a country in the west coast of Africa, a young man takes part in a race. Do you celebrate after you run a race? Do you have to win to celebrate? No, you can just celebrate just running the race. And here, some children are dressing up as the Statue of Liberty. People celebrate many things, old and new. Is there something you want to celebrate too? So this is Latvia in Northern Europe. A woman and her friends celebrate the birth of a lamb. And these boys are going to school and celebrating in Tokyo, Japan. Think of time you spend with your family or days you spend with friends. This picture's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. And a grandmother and her grandchild are celebrating their Ukrainian heritage. That's the culture that they came from. And they're just enjoying being friends in Nebraska. Celebrate holidays and every day. Celebrate no matter where, no matter when. These children are celebrating Halloween. And here, she's celebrating summer in Canada. Do you know what I cannot wait to celebrate? I cannot wait to celebrate when the virus is gone and we're all able to be together again and have a big party. That is going to be a fun celebration. Until then, we are going to have some fun celebrations that we can send home and that you can celebrate together with your family. I will definitely be doing some celebrating with the people in my life. I got a phone call right at the end of that sentence, so I'm going to piece these together. Thank you for being patient. Okay, find your Australia. We are going to color it what color? Brown. So find your Australia, color it brown. Next week we will do Antarctica and we'll put our globes together. This pretty planet spinning through space, your garden, your harbor, your holy place. Golden sun going down, gentle blue giant spin us around. All through the night, safe till the morning light. See you later.